get onto the touchscreen. Ibrahim has good news for us, we hope. Blackstars have 8 new players who are going to make it happen against Nigeria. Ibrahim, good evening.
Good evening, Paul.
How are you sports reporters preparing for this game? Is it optimism or is it pessimism?
We are being cautiously optimistic because of the results of the AFCON and the kind of game or the kind of players Nigeria are bringing and how serious they have been with their planning. So we are just being cautiously optimistic.
So are we in camp now?
No, we are not in camp. We've not even released our list yet.
When is it coming out?
Which we were expecting it by end of this week. So by tomorrow, we should get it tomorrow.
Okay, so what do you have for us? Tell us.
Okay, so the rumors we are hearing, because the list is not out yet, doing our own digging, we realized that there are 8 players that the coach, that's the coach Otuado, the interim coach at the moment, has given to the GSA, have submitted. They were not part of the AFCON list. And out of these 8 players, we have about 6 debutants who are expected to make the list. And the 6 are Ousmane Boukari.
He plays where?
Ousmane Boukari, he plays in Nantes in French, the French Ligue 1. Felix Afanijan.
What position does Ousmane Boukari play?
He's a winger. He's actually played for the Ghana under-23 Black Meteors.
Offensive winger?
Yes, offensive
left or right?
winger. Right.
Number 7?
Yes, number 7. Old number 7. He's played for the under-23 before, but he's never played for the Blackstars. We have Felix.
Plays in France?
Yes, France, Nantes, in the French Ligue 1.
Ligue 1?
Yes.
That's Premier?
Yes, that's the Premier of France.
Okay, that's not bad.
And we have Felix Afanijan, 19-year-old. He plays for AS Roma. He was promoted to the AS Roma Team A just this season by Jose Mourinho after he impressed at the junior side, and he has already scored 2 goals for them.
Striker?
Yes, striker. He's also a forward. So he was invited previously, for our South Africa game, but he didn't honor the invitation because his people thought he was too young and he needed to learn more before he would come. So what we are hearing is that the GFA have tried again to convince him, and this time he has accepted that he will come. That's what we are hearing at the moment.
Mohamed Salisu?
Mohamed Salisu is also a defender for Southampton in the Premier League.
The one we've been talking about?
Yes, the one we've been talking about.
Okay,
so the authorities have chased him for a very long time. Since he was in the La Liga with Villarreal, they chased to try and get him to play for the Blackstars, but he said he was always not ready. Even when he went to the Premier League, our former coach even traveled to England to try and convince him. He refused coming. But this time we are hearing that Otuado and Chris Hutton have been able to convince him, and he has accepted. So we are still watching to see whether he will still be part of.
And he's a defender.
He's a defender.
Which we desperately need.
We desperately need a centre back.
How old is he?
He's up 22 years.
22, fantastic.
Yes. He even played for Southampton this week. So the Discourser, he's a left back for Accra, formerly of Ebusuan Drafts.
I've heard of him.
Yes.
And he did well in the Kotoko game.
He did well in the Accra House of Progress Kotoko game. So, our left back at the moment, Baba Rahman, he's not been convincing together with our right back and the
Is it true? I had a conversation. Is it true that Dennis Kosa is better than Baba Rahman? Straightforward, yes or no?
I think Baba Rahman is more experienced than him. He has played at the higher level than him.
Is Dennis Kosa better
at the
than
moment,
Baba Rahman?
he's more informed than Baba Rahman.
Is Dennis Kosa faster than Baba Rahman?
Faster, yes. At the moment, yes.
Okay, so he gives you an option.
He gives us an option. And Baba Rahman has also been declared unfit
for the game anyway.
Yes, for the game anyway.
So Dennis might just make it.
So he might just make it. Although Jeffrey Schlupp will also be coming in, and Jeffrey Schlupp also can play at the left back and also play at wings. So
at the right?
Yes, at the left wing and also at left back.
The offensive left wing?
Yes.
11?
Yes.
Old number 11?
Yes.
And Jeffrey Schlupp can play there?
He can play there and
so he can play 11 and can play 3?
Yes.
Okay, that's like Kujo Asamoah kind of.
Yes, that's like Kujo. Okay. So he's also... And we also have Leroy Owusu. He was born in the Netherlands. He's a right back. And he plays in the Eredivisie in Netherlands. That's the top tier of the Netherlands this thing. So he's actually played for the Netherlands junior sides before agreeing that he's going to play for Ghana. They have been chasing him for a while, and he has also now agreed that he will come and play. So what he does is that he's going to give our right back and the Adom also stiff competition. Right now, we are not going to have Philemon Bafo, who a lot of people criticize the Lord that anytime he's called, he's not used. So, and the Adom of Reading is going to get stiff competition. The difference between this and Andy Adom is that this will give you offensive options. He is also better offensively and defensively. Other than Andy Adom was very good. He liked to stay behind defensively and defend rather than also going on the offensive.
But against Nigeria, we need lateral defenders who can really move.
Yes, and he is very
to keep
quick.
the Nigerians at bay.
Yes, because the Nigerians,
if we're going to allow them to come at us, we're going to be in trouble.
Yes, their strength. The strength of the Nigerians is also on their wings. That's they have Moses Simons and Chukwueze, or their new player from Leicester, who they just switched from England nationality, Ademola Lookman, who is also a winger. So their strength is really their wings. And during the African Cup of Nations,
we need to match them at
so
the
we
wing.
need to match them very well. If you watch the African Cup of Nations, that was their strength. And for Tunisia to be able to beat them in the round of 16, they were able to clamp down the threats on their wings, and that's how they were able to beat Nigeria. So we need very good fullbacks in that position. Antoine Semenyo, he's an attacker, and he plays for Bristol City in the English Championship. He plays for Bristol. So he was born to Ghanaian parents in England. He's played for Bristol. He was born in Chelsea and in London, but he plays for Bristol City. He has 6 goals and 8 assists for them this season.
Striker?
An attacker. He can play as an
offensive midfield.
He can play as an offensive midfielder, the second striker, and also the top striker. But he's normally mostly used as a second striker, where he provides support for the main attacker. That means
he must have the ability to hold the ball. Does he have that ability?
Yes, he has the ability to hold the ball, and he's also very fluid, very creative, can able to create chances, and can able to shoot.
Is he a good passer of the ball?
Yes, he's also a very good passer of the ball. But we still
can he
need
play
to
with
see,
Jordan?
Yeah, we need to see. Sometimes when these collabs are made, unless you see the person play in a Blackstars, they say you can sometimes use the performance of club.
Bristol, yeah.
Yes, it's 2 different things.
But are we going to have friendly games? It doesn't look like we have time for that.
It doesn't look like we have time for that, because the time is really, and the coaches might not even have too much time with the players in camp. Recently with the issue about COVID restrictions, so traveling is the players are not released on time. They are released very late, probably a week for the match and all that. So it's not expected that we'll have any friendly games before that.
So our game is 25 of March.
It's 25th, yes, 25th of March.
Time of kickoff is what?
It's 5:30 in Ghana.
5:30 GMT. That's kickoff time.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, so this is simply the profile of the players that I've just talked about. So apart from this, we also have returnees, those who couldn't make it to the African Cup of Nations. Our number 1 goalkeeper and deputy captain of the Blackstars, Richard Ofori, he got injured when we were playing the qualifiers for the World Cup, and so he couldn't go for the African Cup of Nations. He's the goalkeeper for Orlando Pirates and also the deputy captain of the Blackstars.
Of Orlando Pirates?
Yes.
Okay, so our goalkeeper has returned. Richard
Yes,
Ofori has returned.
He was in pole for Orlando Pirates yesterday in the
Did he concede?
Premier League. Yeah, he conceded a goal. They actually lost. He conceded. So it's good. He was our number 1 before leaving, and he's coming back. So we'll see how
Jeffrey Schlupp.
And Jeffrey Schlupp, we have heard that he's also coming back. He has been unlucky with the Blackstars. Anytime he comes into the Blackstars, he ends up getting injured in a game or at training. So he's not really been lucky.
What position does he play?
As I told you, he can play at the left back, and he can also play at the left wing. Okay. And he's even been tried at the striking before, when he was playing at the Championship with Leicester City. He's striking before.
So in terms of the bookmakers, do we go into this game as underdogs?
Of course, we are the underdogs in this match. Looking at the performance of Nigeria at the African Cup of Nations and Ghana at the African Cup of Nations, if you look at the FIFA rankings, Nigeria in the top 5 and Ghana are below. And so you see that we are the underdogs going into this game. So we are the underdogs. So you look at the Nigerian side, they have already released their squad. The slide will come. They have already released their squad, and they have also called in some old guns. Some of their very best players couldn't make it in the African Cup of Nations, and they have brought them back, like Odion Igalo, formerly of Manchester United. They have called him back. They've also called back Victor Osimhen of Napoli, who couldn't also make it to the African Cup of Nations because he contracted COVID, so he couldn't make it to the African Cup of Nations. He also plays for Napoli. He scored about 7 goals for them so far this season. And they've also called Emmanuel Dennis of Watford, who also couldn't make it to the African Cup of Nations because of COVID. And they've also managed to switch former England player, that's Ademola Lookman. He has switched his nationality from England to Nigeria, and so he has also been added to the squad, and that's adding more bites.
We have to leave it here, but I have to tell you, viewers, that Ibrahim Zebrilla and the team are preparing a very major build-up to the game on the 24th of March here on Good Evening Ghana. It's a Thursday, the day before the game. The game is 25 on Friday. On Thursday, 24th, we're building a massive build-up to the game. We're going all the way to history and how Ghana and Nigeria games have gone, how they have gone in World Cup matches. Make a date for that. You're working hard on that,
Yes.
You're getting all the information.
We are still on that, yes.
Okay.